Hello, Abdullah.
Morning. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. So yeah, you just said you were finished up with the client. You just at work right now?
Yeah. I just it's really a bit loud inside, so I just stepped out into the car.
Oh, like in the office, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, we actually typically do these over a laptop. So do you have access to a laptop?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop.
Oh, okay, perfect. Great. My bad. Yeah, I just thought like by the angle it was the phone. But yeah, so if it's good with you, we can just jump right into it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So yeah, just to tell you how this is gonna go, we're just gonna start off just by, asking you some questions about your business, just so I can get an understanding of where you're at, where you want to head to. Then after that, I'll tell you what we do, answer any questions you have, break it down in depth. And then after that, if I feel like we can help you, I might make you an offer. But if not, then I'll be sure to at least try to help you in some sort of way. Sound great?
Sure.
Okay, great. So just starting off. Yeah, why exactly did you show up to this call today?
Um, yes, you know what? Like we're selling a great product. Our marketing is working for the most part. And I think any company like they need a way to generate good quality leads. And unfortunately, the market's saturated with people just trying to push the work to us, give us kind of semi-decent leads. Um, so yeah, I was just curious because I think you mentioned that like, you know what, if a sale is making me $5, I have no problem giving $1 to the person who made me that lead, right?
Hmm.
Because it's not costing me anything. If it wasn't for that lead, I would have missed out on $4. So I'm all open for good quality leads, connecting with people who need our service. And yeah, I'm just curious what you guys can do.
Okay. And you said that you're currently working with a marketing, like you do have in-house marketing?
No, it's not in-house. It's all, well, I mean, some of our staff kind of handle some of the marketing, but I think so. Right now, our marketing campaign is basically we're working with a marketing company doing lots of lawn signs just on a regular basis, different areas. And then they also do like SEO for our website. They manage our Google ads. That's it.
And how is that performance going?
You know what, to be honest, like it's I'm not really sure how it's going. That's the problem with it because
Mm.
like it's hard to track SEO and Google Ads. Anytime anything good happens, of course they're ready to take credit, but it's yeah, I don't feel like, of course, the markets are slower. Generally, like Google Ads work really well. So I know they're trying their best, but it feels like we're maybe spending a little bit more marketing dollars than we want to from what we're getting from it.
Hmm. So I know that I do have like some of my clients, they actually are, I know the market is slow right now, but they actually are still getting like generating lots of leads, getting lots of jobs. So what do you think maybe, the main reason is for you guys having, experiencing that slow kind of bit versus other companies, market aside?
We're new, I think like anytime we have a good quality interaction with a contractor who does kitchens, like he becomes a good customer. Um, so like we've been doing refacing for a while. Um, but yeah, I think generally we're still pretty new. So over time, so those guys are doing good probably because they've been around for a while. But for sure, I think anybody who does sales, conversion's harder because people are more budget conscious. So even those companies, even though they're getting leads, I'm sure like it's different.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you do refacing. Can you tell me a little bit about, what your business offers, like what your services are?
Sure. So right now we have basically a full setup with a CNC edge banding. So I guess we have kind of three products. One is um, cabinet refacing, where we change cabinet doors, hardware, add drawers, add trim, add more cabinets. So working with basically the skeleton of their kitchen, we add value, right?
Okay.
Spruce
A
it up, put
lot of
new
the
doors
millwork.
on. So that's refacing. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's very little competition for that. But Yeah, that's been slow. So that's product number one. Product number two is we are reaching out to contractors to give them like really good quality cabinets, really good lead times at a great price point, right? So that they can sell, right? If they're selling, we get more business, right? So that's kind of
Mm,
business to business, kind of just trying to give contractors good quality on standard cabinets. So we stock these cabinets like 170 sizes and they can pick up within a few days, right? Only a couple of colors. And then because we have a CNC edge banding and everything, we do fully custom kitchens, which is targeted more towards retail, just the end use customer. Um, so that's, a lot more involved, but that's been really slow because people, I guess, generally are pretty budget conscious.
hmm So you guys primarily handle the entire kitchen renovation.
Yes, yes. So, I mean, we are manufacturers, right? But
Okay.
like we have an install team, we've
Okay.
got a design team, but like we work with a couple of really good contractors who does like let's say they need to change the flooring or take out a wall, do some electrical, right? Plumbing. So we can do that in-house. We usually do that for customers, but preferably, we want a general contractor to take care of some of that stuff. But
Okay.
we have the capacity. Yeah, we have some good contractors who
Okay, great. Okay. So now for the actual like types of jobs, I know you said more so mill work. But can you give like the average price point of, the average kitchen?
Yeah, to be honest with you, like I think you know, we really want to push this contractor piece because for us it's like selling a shelf item. So it's easy to kind of scale. They give us sizes, we pump them out, right? They do all the work in terms of measuring, whatever, installing and all that, right? So an average kitchen for that, um, I think like 7 to 8 thousand is about a decent number. Yeah, like if it's an end user, that number climbs to about 10 to 12. But for a
Okay.
contractor picking up a kitchen, some countertop, yeah, I would say about 7,000.
And are you more interested in the B2B with the contractor or the
I think
B2C?
so. I think so. Yeah. You know what? Like to be honest, like the refacing, there's good markup. Um, so that we wouldn't mind some, creating some good leads for that. Just end user. But for the cabinets themselves, it's B2B, yeah.
Okay, okay. And how many jobs of this B2B or B2C, just in general, are you averaging per month?
Um, so we have two showrooms, one in Cambridge, one in Scarborough. So between the two would probably right now do about 30 sales a month.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so that's maybe like four or five refacing, uh, same thing, like four or five uh customer end user, and then the rest are contractors.
Okay. So just based on what you just said, about 30 jobs per month, average ticket of around, just generally speaking, 6 to 10. Why are you looking for more work? Like seems you're doing pretty good right now.
Okay, so yeah, good point. Let me crunch the numbers to see if that adds up to what we sell every month. So if I say 7 times
210.
uh sorry, how many jobs did we say we do a month?
30.
30, okay.
Around 210.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, that's not accurate. We're not making 210 in sales. Um I wish that were the case. So let's do 7 times. Yeah, you know what? Like, I guess a lot of the jobs are probably a lot smaller, like maybe 1,500. So right now we're clocking in at about under 100,000 for
Okay.
the last few months. I mean, in the summer it was a lot better. Um, so I mean, we definitely have more capacity than that. Like we've got quite a few full-time employees, two showrooms to pay for. So yeah, I mean, we're just trying to boost sales because uh, we have more capacity within the people we've employed. Yeah.
So what do you have for capacity right now? Like,
I would say probably at about 20%,
wow,
20,
okay.
25%. Yeah.
And on that, around the 100K a month, what are, if you're comfortable sharing, what is the profit margin like? What are you taking home from that?
So I would say we try to stick at about 45 to 50%. Um, yeah. So everything considered, probably about, yeah, I'm not an accounting person, so sometimes I don't like, so basically, um, 40% would be like all the cost before, um, like at that point, if my partner and I, we kind of, uh, let's say we pay ourselves 10K each, the rest would all be expenses, basically, including employee salaries and stuff. But
Okay.
I think like, I don't know if that's what you're asking, or like the cost of running the business, including the employees and stuff. If we consider ourselves employees, uh, yeah, we probably pretty close to break even.
Really?
Yeah, because like rent and machinery, equipment, and salaries, they add up.
Hmm. And would your partner like being here or sorry, not being here today, would that affect like any decision you make going forward, or does he know you're on board with this or
Yeah, so I'm kind of head of marketing, so he's relying on me to make these decisions. Yeah.
okay, that's good to know. And from these 30 jobs, so actually, sorry, from these 30 jobs you're getting per month on average, how many of these does it take you to actually close the 30? Like how many leads do you need to close those 30?
Good point. You know what? I think our conversion rate's probably 1 to 3, so probably 100 leads. But again, like a lot of it's recurring contractors, right? Like they just need a couple of cabinets for this job, that job, um, that type of thing. So like I know, especially in the West, the conversion's really poor because, they're trying more of the um, what do you call it? Like direct customer, whereas
Yeah.
I'm focusing a bit more on the contractors. So I feel like it's easier for me to close. I just have to give them a good price. Um, but yeah, I think probably about we're at 33%, 40% conversion.
And that's for B2B.
Sorry, I could turn the volume back up. Sorry, go ahead.
And that 35-40%, that's for B2B. Yep.
Yeah.
So do you have any like rates for B2C? I know you say you guys stray away from it, but still.
Um, Sorry. So I think B2B would probably like higher, like 60, 70%, because
Okay.
you know what, contractors want to work with reliable companies. So once somebody's kind of experienced what we have to offer, they're pretty consistent. It doesn't take much to sell them on that. But yeah, I think 1 to 3 is mainly the B2C.
Okay. That's good to hear. And I guess just to like kind of wrap it up here, what are your like monthly, like or yearly, like where are you trying to go with this? Where are you trying to take it to?
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you, like if we were to like our scaling capacity in terms of like spitting up cabinets, um, if we're kind of taking the install piece out, or even if we're doing B2C, but like bigger number installs, like, $70,000 kitchens and stuff, like we can we we want to be like doing I would say like, 250 to 300,000 in sales monthly.
Okay. And do you think what you're currently doing is going to help you get there?
Um, you know what? I think uh, possibly, because like I said, we are new to the market, and as we kind of keep adding contractors, they do stick. So it's just it could be a times game for us. Like I think 10 years down the line, we'll have built an entire um, lots of contractors who know they can get quality products, for a good price and a decent time frame. So that um, yeah, it'll probably take a lot longer to reach those contractors.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, so all in all, I have like a pretty good understanding of where you're at right now. But we actually primarily we help actual like renovation companies with, complete head to toe renovations. They do the installation, and usually these contractors, they already have, their cabinet people, or they already have their tile people, or whatever the case is. So since like we help them primarily, I don't want to say I can for sure help you with getting more contractors because that's what you're looking for. If you wanted, I could try to do some research and get back to you. But just like as it's looking right now, I don't think I can't like because I only want to work with people that I know 100% we can get results for. And if I can't like know for sure I can do that for you, I don't want to give you a chance to even waste your money. So I think that I don't know if we could help you with this, but if you're looking to sell B2C, that could be a conversation to entertain for like kitchen cabinetry and custom cabinetry.
Right, right. Um, so I mean, I do like the few general contractors I do work with, they're really slow. Some of them are like really, really smart guys who do really good work.
Okay.
So there is a potential to like kind of partner up with them where if we do get a job where there's a lot to be done other than even the kitchen, like we've done that before, right? Where we'll pass the job on to them. They go as kind of like our representative and they kind of manage the whole thing. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's definitely potential there as well because it does feel like we leave a lot of money on the table just because we say, hey, you know what, we can't do X, Y, and Z.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I'm curious since we're on the call, like what does that look like in terms of because yeah, like finding someone who wants to get work done, and of course there's a kitchen involved. It's tough right now, right? Like it's there's a lot of competition. A lot of guys are like cutting prices. So people are so yeah, what does that look like? How do you actually help a company that's looking for B2C?
Okay, yeah. So if that's actually a really good thing you said there. If I could act as you, well, we would act as you guys, but then when we would get the jobs, it would be like maybe through you, given off to the contractors. They'd go in, do the job, and then you'd get your piece as well from the like doing the custom cabinetry, like selling it to them. But then I'd also have to get my piece from there as well. So if you think that's something that we could work out, or you could work out with your contractors, then yeah, for sure, we could definitely work with that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think so. Because like the showroom we have in Cambridge, like it's a beautiful showroom. Like it's like 2,000 square feet of elegant cabinetry with,
Nice.
lots of stone. And so, we can entertain people in the showroom and then have the contractor kind of go out and look at all the on-site detail.
Okay, nice.
And yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I can actually pull up a presentation, but just before I, get into this and tell you a bit more about it, is there anything else that would like hold you back from getting started, like today, for example?
Um, yeah, you know what? I mean, it's like um like we are spending a lot of marketing dollars that are not kind of generating quality leads. Like it's hit and miss. So I think I would love to set up something where like of course you need to know that we're doing everything we can to try and close that lead, right? But like I have no issue in giving out commissions or giving out things once it's sold, right? But it's just we are a bit skeptical of like signing up for something that costs us upfront and then we got to kind of see if it works type of thing.
Hmm. Okay, so I'll get into this, show you a bit about it, and then as we go through, I'll just ask you some more questions and see if this would be a good fit for you, and then at the end we'll make a decision, all right?
Okay.
Okay, so just to let you know a bit about how it works. So it's pretty simple. How we acquire the clients is we go on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. We market there. We generate leads through that. And then every lead that comes through, I know you were saying you're getting a lot of low quality leads. We actually call them and qualify them ourselves, acting as a part of your company. So we get the
Okay.
budget, time frame, location, all of these things. As you can see here, every appointment comes with a recording of the call. So if there's any issues on our end or your end, we actually are fully transparent and show you that. So do you think just off the bat here, I know you were saying a lot of the leads that are coming through are kind of wasting your time. So do you see this kind of helping with that problem you're facing?
I think so. I think so because like a good qualifying call makes a big difference. Like, and for us to do that in-house, it costs a lot of money, right? To have somebody who can handle clients, just that initial impression is important.
It's everything. That's what we realized. When people answer versus when people fill out a form, they don't have any human connection there, right? Versus when you get called, there's a guy with a lot of charisma. He's energetic. He's uplifting. He has a good conversation with you. That puts a good taste in your mouth, right?
Right.
So that's pretty much how the whole system works. It's pretty simple. These are some of the concepts of the ads that we run, just to show you exactly kind of what they look like. We find that we just need to grab the attention of the consumers, and their first thought is, "Wow, it's a nice kitchen. Wow, it's a nice bathroom." That gets them on the hook. After that, these are just some of the results we got for our last two clients. So on the right here, you can see our cost per leads averaging around, not 18, $19 to around 25 within that range. And now I know you're saying although the leads, they come in, they're not good. That's why we actually have to call every single one of these, like I said. So on the right here from these 23, we actually got him six qualified leads and he booked two jobs off that. And then on the left, this guy, it's better results now. He's at around 17 leads now, same kind of cost per lead. I think it's a bit lower, around 21, and he's closed three jobs. So it actually heavily comes down to your selling ability, right? If you guys can actually close the jobs, because we can get you the leads, but you need to close. And what we find is the people who close the best and most frequently with us is the ones who, as soon as I send the lead over to you, you call right away or within 5, 10 minutes of that, strike while the iron's hot. So do you think that that would be something that you or your team could be able to get on right away?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good. And now this is just for more of the partnership stuff. We actually send bi-weekly like Loom recordings. It's just like a screen recording software. And what we do is we send you these and we give you a complete breakdown of how everything's going. We show you how many leads came in, how many booked, how many you quoted, how many are qualified, how many you closed, total revenue gained. We show you all of these things. We break it down in a nice, concise manner just to show you and let you know how everything's working. And if you have any questions at all, we can always hop on a call whenever and just get that stuff sorted. And then just to let you know a little bit about kind of how the payment works. For the ad spend, we do $50 per day is what we recommend. We find we can get at least 3 to 4 leads per day with that ad spend. And then as for the actual payment model, it's one time upfront fee, and then after that, it's all pay per close. And the upfront fee just covers us not working for free. So now, just before I get into the payment model, because like typically I really only show these to like serious buyers. So do you, if based on what I showed you, this client acquisition system, if you were to have this right now, would you want to get started today, in a week, in a month?
Yeah, you know what? I think it sounds like a good system. I could see it working, right? Like um the $50 a day ad spend, um it is quite a bit, because that would add up, right?
Yep.
So I mean um I guess the it depends on our closers as well. So I'd have to kind of just make sure that they're trained up properly so that they're not wasting quality leads.
hmm So then what would you like to do going forward? What do you think is the best course of action here?
Um, the so I'm if I'm getting it correctly, so there's the one-time setup fee, and then of course there's the ad spend, right? Um, and I'm guessing with the ad spend, like you provide documentation of what platforms the ads were spent on and stuff like that. There's transparency there.
Yeah, it is fully, and actually how it works is on your Facebook account, like your Meta, your card's linked up and it just auto deducts $50 a day. If at any point you want it to be stopped, we literally just click pause and it's done. That's
Mhm.
simple. And you just
Right,
see the statements go to your bank. And on Meta as well, it also shows you.
right, right. Yeah, I mean, this is something like any decent company, I think, would do, right? Like that's kind of similar to what we're doing in terms of like the Google Ads budget and like, but in terms of the budget, obviously we're not. We're not doing that much. Like right now, our ad spend for Google is uh, like I think 1,200 or something, right, for the month. Um, Again, because we're a bit conflicted on like, hey, do we do B2B or B2C?
Yeah,
But I think for our West, this would be a pretty good setup. And yeah, I would probably move on something like this. But um, like you said, it's like if we do close, like it pays for itself. So it is
exactly.
a bit of a, it feels like a leap of faith, but
Exactly what
I
it
can
is.
see it working. Yeah.
Okay, so since you do something, you are interested, I will show you the pricing model here. Once again, like us as a company, we fully pride ourselves on transparency. Like I will never not show you everything at all you need to see. Like it will always come your direction, one text away. So just to let you know how the pricing model works specifically, and remember, this is
Mhm.
we're working through you for the contractors, and that would actually be good because we would you want us to give the leads to every single contractor, or how would you want to do that? Because then that would increase your rates the best as well. Like for your rates on closing, I mean, because you'd have three potential or two potential contractors per job.
Sorry, I didn't understand that. So wait, you're saying send the leads to multiple salespeople?
Because you said you were working with two contractors, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. So when I get these leads for you, would you want me to send them to you, or would you want me to send them to the contractors, or only one contractor? Like, how would you go about doing that?
Yeah, I would probably want you send them to me, and then either my partner or I, we would kind of follow up, uh, kind of do an initial site visit, and then depending on the scope and scale, we would choose the person we want to.
Okay,
Because I
perfect.
think
I
as
like
far
that.
as closing, we could probably, between him and I, we can probably close and then have them manage. And then, once we're more comfortable that, okay, you know what, maybe take them with us to kind of shadow us a little bit. But yeah, I would handle that in-house.
Okay, great. So yeah, that would work very well then. So just to let you know this one-time setup fee to break it down. It's a one-time $2,500 fee. Once again, one time, never again after the first day or after the first month of us working together, anything like that. What this covers is the setup for the ads managers, in the Meta, setting up the Facebook and Instagram pages because we also offer this is an additional service. I don't know if you'd want this. We have a social media manager in our team as well, and he actually posts Instagram and Facebook content every single day, organic, made from your pictures, from your jobs, from all of that stuff. He interacts with all the comments, he sends DMs, he responds to DMs. He pretty much manages all of your social. So, do you think that's something you'd be interested in also?
Um, you know what? That's something we're probably trying to do in-house. We do have, like I said, we're at 20% capacity. So
Yeah.
some people do have some time and some of them are pretty skilled with the online space. So we're trying to kind of bring them up to. So yeah, maybe not that piece.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you can, do your thing with him. And if you wanted any like, pointers or tips or us to review it or anything, we could do that for you and try and give you anything we could do to help. So
Okay.
you wouldn't need that. Then we set up the lead nurture automation. So every single lead that comes in, they get like an automated text sent to them saying, hey, we're going to give you a call within 5 minutes. Then I follow up, call them. I have to set up all the tracking and the software. And then just lastly, creating all the copy, the campaigns, the creatives, all that stuff for the ads as well. That's that one-time setup fee. And then after that, it's purely pay per close from there on out. So how it works is if there's a two-piece powder room, 500, excuse me, 500, a three-piece bathroom, 1,000 commission for us. If it's a master bathroom, and once again, there's criteria all here explaining what that entails, $1,500 for us flat. Then after that, it goes just ranges. So if the total order value of the job, whether that's, a basement and a kitchen or kitchen and a master bathroom, whatever, if the ranges fall in between 25 and 35, we take 2,000 flat off the top. If it's 35 and 60, between 35 and 50,000, 2,500 flat off the top. 50 to 65, 3,000 flat off the top. 65 to 80, 3,500 flat off the top. And then lastly, 80 to 100,000 flat off the top, 4,000. Now, after that, we realized because we were getting some jobs above the 100K mark for like, complete bungalow renovations, for example, or stuff like that. Because we were getting those, we realized that, okay, we need to increase our prices a little bit. So for every $10,000 over the $100,000 mark, we take a 10% additional commission on the 4,000. So for example,
Hmm.
if it's a $160,000 job, We multiply our 4,000 times 1.6 to add that extra 60%, comes out to 6,400. And then
Okay.
that's our commission on that. And then all payments are made within 24 hours of you guys closing the job. So if you show up to the site, don't close, then yeah, no pay. But if you show up to the site, close, okay, great, we'll get started on Monday. Then you pay us that day when you close them, and then going forward, we're out of your hair. You guys do it as normal. Now, the biggest thing here is transparency. Like I said, I have to rely on you, Abdullah, to tell me how much you're quoting and all of that. Because once again, I don't make money unless you make money. And
Right. Right.
that's how it goes, right? So yeah, with seeing all this, once again, what are your thoughts?
I think this is great. You know what? Like, I have no problem, like I said, giving $1 to somebody who's making me four. You know, that's just that's completely fine. I think yeah, to be perfectly honest, like $2,500 isn't a big ask, right? Like we just spent 12,000 bucks on like I don't know, like 1,000 lawn signs, you know?
Yeah, I
So
don't yeah, I don't want to like tear you down or anything, but can you just let me know why you went with lawn signs in a
you know what?
technological
Like
era?
it works with contractors, you know,
Okay.
because a lot of these guys, they're hard-headed, you know, they're not looking for anything in the, you know, they'll pass by 100 uh like kitchen companies, they'll never go in, you know. They
Hmm.
see a lawn sign, they're like, oh, it's got to be catchy, right? Like we put out like half price kitchens and they're like, yo, you're selling kitchens for half price. So it's a hook to kind of reel them in and then be like, uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it works, especially in the summer months.
Okay.
Whereabouts are you located?
Yeah, we're in Toronto actually.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you,
okay, oh, okay, okay.
yeah, it's a bit of a
Yeah,
smaller,
so
like
we're in,
yeah.
yeah, we're just in Scarborough and Cambridge. So,
Oh, nice.
um, yeah, no, I think this is something that uh, is reasonable. You know, I don't see it not being reasonable. Um, I think the so when we kind of choose the ads campaign or like what we are targeting, is that custom tailored to every company?
Yeah, exactly wherever you want it. We can target to
Yeah.
any area you'd like. We can target to people like in specific that you're looking for. So for example, with
Right.
our current clients, we're targeting it to the whole GTA because they live in
Yeah.
Toronto. So we recommend to do around 20 miles. So it's about like 40 kilometers or so around, a certain area. But
Yeah.
our client wanted to do like 60 kilometers. So we just dropped a pin on the CN Tower, did it all around that. And the larger the area you give the Facebook, because the AI
Right.
algorithm is insane. Like it actually finds the people you want so quickly. And then once you
Wow.
find them, yeah, no, it's amazing. Then once you find them, the leads just start pouring in. So
Hmm.
we put that around the CN Tower, and it took about a week and a half for it to finally find those people. We were still getting leads over that period, but some of them were kind
Yeah.
of, low quality. But then once that 2, 3 week mark hits and it finds the target market, then it just rolls.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna take an important call. Call you
Yep,
right.
that's okay.
I'll be just with you in a
If you want me to scroll down or
So
anything, just
I'm
let me know.
yeah, yeah. So let's scroll down to the 10,000 plus. Okay, so 20,000. Okay. So like I think you mentioned CN Tower. Like we've been trying to target like refacing around the downtown core because there's so many aging buildings and you know we've done like I've been doing refacing since 2010 and
Okay.
like just my Google location being kind of close to there was working for and Google Ads, but for whatever reason, the Google Ads aren't really working. So I think something like this, more custom tailored, would probably be nice. So a typical refacing job closes for, you know, with quartz countertops, anywhere from 7 to 12,000. Um, so that's just in the kitchen. We're changing the doors, putting on new countertops, maybe hooking up the plumbing for them. So what would commission on something like that look like for you guys?
Yeah, we'd probably just go 20% on that,
Yeah.
just off the
Okay.
total order
Okay.
value.
Right. Right. Um, 20%. Okay. The yeah, I mean, to be honest, like that sounds a little steep. Like it's a lot for. But like you said, like if you're qualifying them and stuff, um,
And we're always willing to work with the prices too. Like we could even go down
yeah,
to 15%. Like I'm not trying to say here like, yeah, you have to pay this or like fuck off. Like I'm not trying to
yeah,
say that. Yeah.
right, right, right. Yeah, because I think the issue with the refacing is like it is pretty labor intensive. Like if it
Ah.
was something that's like a shelf item, I have no issue paying high commission because like you know what, it doesn't cost like it's not as involved.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so maybe we got to charge more, just to make sure we can afford that 15%. Okay, okay. And then no, this is something really good because honestly, like I've been looking for something like this for a while, but like people are either just willing to generate leads that I have to contact,
Hmm.
uh, and they're kind of coming to my website, and then now I have the responsibility of making sure like the website's presentable. It feels like I'm having to kind of figure out why this isn't working when I've hired
Yeah,
somebody,
exactly.
and this seems a bit more like somebody like taking that on, and then they get paid for their work. Um, so I think this is good. You know what? Just like where we are right now, to be perfectly honest, like we are a little bit concerned with the numbers, like I said, because we're kind of breaking even.
Okay.
So, I think something like this, I want to start up when we're a little bit more comfortable financially.
Okay.
Um, just because, uh, I want to believe you that like this will generate a lot of leads, and it will. But the issue is like what you're saying is the 2,500, that's no big deal. But then like we have to budget. Um, if we do 50 times $50 times 30, um, that's
1,500.
15,000, right? A month?
1,500.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
much. Wait, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
$50. Yeah, no, that's okay. Like I told you, we're doing 12 right now. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's not much
it's
more.
funny.
Yeah.
Like with Google Ads, like I've set up, um, I think 600 for the refacing downtown, and it's not even like able to spend that. I don't know what's going on. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like my marketing guys are like stupid or like, you know, uh, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know
Yeah,
what to say because Google Ads work too. That's the thing. Like I don't even know what to tell you.
yeah,
It
yeah,
could be maybe something with the copy like that you guys are actually doing. And hey, like we're versed in Google Ads as well. We offer Meta, but we actually, if you want, we can also audit the Google Ads, see how those are performing, look at it, and then we can maybe see if tweak some things here, some things there. If that improves it, hey, we can make you and us more money. So we're always willing
right,
to, pretty much like you said, I want to hire a company that handles everything. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Because as you said, yeah, I hired this company and now, oh, it's on me. I have to call them. They come to my website. I have to worry about all that stuff. You guys are the contractors slash like, the cabinet installers, the cabinet makers. You guys are experts at that. So you focus on that. Let us be experts at marketing and the digital side, and let's just eat together. And that's the whole mentality going into it.
right, right. Yeah, and with the refacing, like, so you were saying about closing, like we need to call them right away. But I guess like the way our system is right now, like so if we get a lead, we respond right away, and then we would basically schedule a time for someone to go out, and that's probably like we have days of the week, like Thursday or a Saturday. Is that you think reasonable, or do you think it works better if we go out sooner than later?
Yeah. So when I mean contact right away, so just to ask you, you said you do you have sales reps that work with you guys?
Uh, you know what? We haven't been able to like we've tried to train people up, but it feels like an uphill battle. So it's
Yeah.
still me and my partner doing most of the sales.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Okay, so then yeah, when I mean contact right away, I mean that phone call right away. Like the journey
okay,
for a lead, how it should look like is they see ad, they click on ad, they fill out form. Within 3 minutes of filling out that form, I contact them. Within 10, 15, 20 minutes max. The max I'll go is like 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes of me contacting them, you call them, and then after that, you set up a site visit. So the site visit, we've been finding like so for example, we got a lead for our client last week. He's quoting her today at like 7 p.m. tonight. Whenever you speak with the lead, now I trust you to know how to just talk and say, yeah, what day works for you? Oh yeah, you can come in on Thursday, even if it's a Saturday right now. Okay, great. I'll see you Thursday. Or maybe you can try and push for earlier. Oh, Thursday's a bit busier. Does Tuesday or Wednesday work for you? Oh, I can try this day. Perfect. And normally, if they give you the okay to come to their house, I find, I'm sure you've experienced this as well, they're pretty much going to be there when you show up.
Yeah, yeah. That
Hmm.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, man. No, this sounds really good. Um, you know what? I definitely want to sign up. I do need a little bit of time just to kind of offset some of the other marketing that we have going on that might not be working so well. But I'm completely sold. Like I am definitely ready to go. Because we can do kind of like multiple. So for each of the products, we have different websites, right? So for refacing,
Perfect. Perfect.
we have like Urban Kitchen refacing for our high-end kitchens, B2C, it's Blackwood Kitchens, right? Different showroom, different setup. So,
That's going to help
we
a
could,
lot.
yeah, we can kind of try one at a time and see what works. Like we're really good at the refacing stuff because we've been doing it for a while. Uh, so that's something, even though they're smaller ticket items, I think it's B2C and like if you can get us good leads, it's nice to work with people in downtown. They're pretty easy sell as long
Hmm.
as you do good work. Um, so yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm ready to go on that. I just need to kind of turn off some of the other stuff that's going on. And yeah, it's literally cash flow. Like we are just kind of, keeping our head above water. So I don't want to like that's kind of what happened with these lawn signs. I was like, these invoices kept coming, like 3,500 every week, and I'm like, holy shit, this is a lot of money, because yeah, they were kind of course, printing them and putting them out, and it was a lot of work, but it was just like a big chunk of money. Um,
I think
so
that lawn signs like will work, but it's just you don't have any trackable ROI. That's the only
mm,
issue I see with
mm,
that. Like you can't like see like,
right,
oh, per
right,
50 signs, we got one contractor, for example. Luckily with this,
right,
you can actually track, okay, for every $35 I spent, a lead came in. Every 10 leads that
yeah,
came in, five were qualified. Every five, two I closed. Right. So you can just see those numbers. So
right.
just based on what you were saying, I know you're trying to keep your head above water. So it seems just like what I'm interpreting here, it's purely just a pricing issue right now for you.
Yeah, man. Numbers, budgeting, cash flow. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so I can actually offer you a payment model. We can split this up into two payments. So if you want,
yeah,
how we can work it is 1250 now. And then when we get you that first job that you close, not lead, the first job you close, the other 1250 plus the commission on top of that to make it easier for you to manage.
right, right. Um, You know what? Thank you for that. That'll help me kind of pull the gun quicker. Um, that's no, that's really helpful because every penny counts. In terms of um, just I guess ironing out the commission details. How do we go about doing that? Because like 10% is something I'd be comfortable with. Like my partner and I, we do most of the sale, but it doesn't mean we don't have other salespeople. Like we've got
Yeah.
two guys, and then we also have like some people kind of working on their own, trying to generate leads and close, and we give them commission. So someone who kind of like manages the customer from A to Z, like he'll sell, then kind of coordinate production and fulfillment and like showing up at the site to oversee installation. We give him 10%, right? And of course, this is not for like a $7,000 job, maybe more of a $35,000 job,
Yeah.
right? So 10% makes sense. So yeah, it's just the commission piece. Um I don't know, could you do 10%?
Yeah, these actually are like a little less than 10% here. So like you can see the 20
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
35.
noticed that. Yeah, yeah. I
We
was
tried to
thinking
make
for the
this as
refacing.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
the refacing, I was thinking I'll actually put together like a proper pricing model for that. So next time we
Okay.
meet and we get started, I can actually just show you that and it'll be aligned. So you said 10% you like to go with it for the refacing?
You know what? I think like for the amount of work you guys are doing, that's still a lot because, like I said, I'm paying 10% to someone who's kind of doing a lot more.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think there's still good value in that because, like you said, like all that tracking and stuff, I know how hard it is, right? Because
Mhm.
like it's really, you know, quality information, and I'm not gonna shortchange somebody for doing good work, you know. So I think we could probably live with that. But yeah, no, this is exciting. I'm still gonna like request a little bit of time from you just because even though I make the decision, I need to kind of still just run it by my partner if it's going to be like a lot of money. In terms of I know you said like the there isn't really any ongoing fees. It's just the 2,500 and then the ad spend and of course your commission. Is there anything else that I need to be considering?
Zero other payments at all. So,
Okay, so
uh, yeah.
yeah.
What I will say is, the longer that you go with this, there is like it just get better and better because once Facebook has more data, then it just pulls the better people. But other than that, there's nothing really like much else. That's pretty much it. And there's once again full transparency. So I know you said gotta do some budgeting stuff, pull the trigger. I know you also said you're fully sold. So I guess if you are and you do want to go forward with this, what I would like to do going forward is do the 1250 upfront now, and then after a week goes, just so I know you're locked in. And then after that month goes by or that week or after you do your budgeting stuff, when that next time comes, we just start up then. So it's like deposit right now, 1250. When you're ready, we start on that day and we'll have everything ready by then. Like we'll have it ready in 2, 3 days. But when you're ready, we'll gear up on everything, have it ready. So by the time you say, all right, I want to start, you start spending that ad spend, and then boom, it all delivers on that first day, and then everything's up and running. So does that sound fair?
You know what? Yeah, it does sound fair. Yeah, it's just I think you know what, having a partner, it sometimes is a luxury. Like I still just want to run it by him just to make sure. Sorry, I know you asked at the beginning, like, does he need to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but no, you know what? Like I to be honest with you, like I've never been approached with something so intuitive. So I'm definitely going to try you guys out, right? So we just need to kind of sit down and figure out, hey, do we do this for Blackwood Kitchens for the higher end customers, or should we do this for the downtown refacing? So it's just kind of technical details we need to talk about before we can pull the trigger. But trust me, I think this is a great setup, and I appreciate it. No, this is good.
Okay. So can we do a cheaper deposit then of like maybe $500?
Um,
Just
you know
because
what?
the
I
thing
don't.
is, what happened with me,
Yeah,
what happened with me is I
tell
had
me.
another client like this, and he said, this is 2 months ago, and he said, yeah, I'm fully on board. I'm sold. I want to work with you. You're my guy. He kept reinforcing it. And now here we are 2 months later, and we still haven't moved forward or started. I haven't received any payment, nothing. And now I call him. I'm like, hey, like, how's everything going? Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna start. I got you. Don't worry, we'll start. I literally called him on Saturday, and he said, we're gonna start today.
Yeah,
Today. And I go, all
yeah,
right, Greg, sounds fantastic. I try to send him the payment and stuff, doesn't get to it. Okay, like now what's going on here, right? So that's
yeah,
why I like
yeah,
going forward to get a payment because I don't know if, like, yeah, I have your word, you have my word also, but unless I actually see like an actual confirmed amount that's coming from you where you're like, okay, I am locked in, trust me, to show you that I'm locked in and I want this, here's this little bit amount. Unless I have that, for me, it's hard to go on just word alone.
yeah. You know what? I think I don't think it's an unreasonable ask. I just feel like um I'm not ready to lock in because I need to kind of consult my partner. But um yeah, to be honest with you, like I don't see the need to booking you because you're not going anywhere. You know, like I'm not trying to book in a sale like yeah, so I like the if we want to generate leads, we're gonna have to partner up with somebody. So I'm definitely considering you because I haven't been presented with something like this. Um, but I just so would in terms of like uh if there's two different websites, kind of two different products, would you set up kind of
So we would do two
wait,
campaigns.
Okay.
And the two campaigns, what we do is, see, the thing is, that would be more because right now, what we were planning on doing, like just based on the conversation, I thought we were gonna do the B2C for your contractors, send the leads to
Okay.
you, and then you give them to them, and then you get, and that'll obviously be more money for both of us because like the bigger jobs are a lot more. Um,
Right.
but if you wanted to do, the refacing as well, which I would also like to try that. That's why I have to get back to you with the pricing model on that. But
Sure.
how we go about doing it is we would do two campaigns, one for the B2C and then one for the, or sorry, one for the B2B, which it would be acting as a B2C, just like through you. That would be the contractor one. And then the B2C, which is your refacing, stuff like that. How we do it is we do two campaigns. It would be $50 per campaign. So now it would be $100 a day. It would be more because now there's two. So I'd recommend starting off with one, get some cash flow coming in from that, then go into that second one. And then how it would work is we would actually have the landing pages on the second campaign get sent to the corresponding refacing website, and then this one gets sent to the corresponding like contractor website or your website or whatever. So it'd be like two separate campaigns. This one is directly for renovation, this, that, whatever. This one's directly for refacing, um, cabinetry, stuff like that, right to that website. And once again, everything is fully broken down. You'll see it all, so don't even worry about that by the time we start.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I guess, like you said, you just need to gear up on everything. I'll take a chance on you because you do seem like honest, and I appreciate that. So if it's okay with you, how about we book the next meeting, and on that meeting we'll get the payment sorted. It won't be like a sales call or anything like that. It'll just be an onboarding call. I'll get the information I need out of
Sure.
you to like lock in, and then we'll get the payment sorted and we'll go from there. So how do you what day works for you to how long do you think you need to think about this? 2 days, 3 days?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do same time next week because Tuesday is a really good day. Because like there's a lot going on Monday and then I've got quite a bit to do for the rest of the week. So let's do same time next Tuesday. I'll have everything sorted out by then.
Okay, same time Tuesday. It's 11 a.m. Okay, perfect. I will see you Tuesday at 11 a.m. All right, Abdullah.
Okay, buddy.
All right, take care,
Thanks so
boss.
much. All
No
right,
worries.
take care.
Bye. My God, nah, nah, bro. Okay, I could have pulled way more pain for sure. I don't even think I pulled that much pain. He was saying, "Oh, good question." He was so sold, but I guess I didn't pull enough pain. And I even asked him if the partner would fuck up the decision. He goes, "Oh no, it's on me." So there must have been something that I fucked up, bro. Ah, balls, bro. Balls.